Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Sandhya.
So we are just waiting to go live on Instagram and then we'll start our today's most fabulous live.
You look so beautiful. I'm so happy to see you today.
Thank you so much. And you look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. I dressed up today because I knew I was going to be on camera with you.
Oh, thank you. And today, what are we yummy mummies talking about? Today at
Well, Sandhya, I mean, it's been on your socials. I've been following, but you have like a really exciting update coming up, and I just like had to ask you all about it. I was dying to hear about it. So I'm really excited that you're going to spend this half hour with me talking about your new collection, right?
Yes, so hi, yummy mummy, lovely followers. Today we are talking about my latest collection, which is inspired from Marie Antoinette's chambers in Palace of Versailles in near Paris, and yeah, it's called "Let Them Eat Cake."
What is your favorite type of cake before we get started?
Oh, there's so many flavors I really like, and I love to be surprised. But something classic would be chocolate. How about you?
Chocolate cake. Okay. I love a flourless chocolate cake. And then one of my favorites, have you ever heard of a bouche de Noël?
Oh, I
It's
haven't. What's that?
it's like a French Christmas cake, but it's made of like a layer of the like sponge cake and hazelnut, I think, or chocolate um icing, and then it gets like rolled up, and if you slice it, it looks like wood. That's why it's called like the Christmas log. But it's really good.
What's it called? Say it again. Bush?
Bouche, yeah, like bouche, which I think means log, de Noël, Christmas.
Ah, Bush de Noël.
Yeah, bouche de Noël.
Bush de Noël.
Très bien.
That sounds yummy. But guys, before we start showing you my fabulous collection, let's hear where are you guys watching us from. If you're watching us live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, tell us in comments below that you're watching us live. So say live, and Detroit, Dallas, San Francisco, Scottsdale, Phoenix, LA.
I'm in San Francisco.
I say, yeah, you wanted to say that. So maybe you can say that for replay. And if you're watching us replay, because these fantastic videos live on replay forever, just say replay. And where are you guys watching us from? Philippines or Melissa? Where else can we watch on replay?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I would love to have some Italian like viewers. Benvenuti Italiani. Facciamola in italiano una volta. In France, of course. Bonjour, bonsoir.
Yeah, wherever you guys are watching us, because our world famous lives are watched by everyone. So just tell us in comments below, and we love to see you guys. Raise your hand up, comment, say you're here. We love to see those names pop up, right?
Yes, absolutely. So, Sandhya, you are absolutely glowing today.
I didn't do anything. I was just telling Melissa, guys, I didn't do anything. I just did my usual dress up for the live. And it's all the dress. It's this fantastic, super gorgeous fabric that I designed. I don't know
Wait,
it.
wait, 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 wait. So you designed this fabric?
Yeah, so I make my own prints. So this is all my own print. I took inspiration from. I was lucky enough to see Marie Antoinette's chambers in Palace of Versailles. What a sight! They are so beautiful. As soon as you enter her room, it's this gorgeous floral print with so many details. There are peacocks, peacock feathers, flowers, bows, like so feminine, so cute. I don't know if you've seen Kristen Dunst's movie, Marie Antoinette.
I love that movie. Yeah, the Sofia Coppola Marie Antoinette movie is iconic.
Beautiful. I mean, those chambers are to die for. And there, it's not a print, it's all woven. So it's
Yeah,
all
it's like a damask, right?
yeah, like damask, like super beautiful jacquard, like curtains,
Yeah, Chicago.
the bed cover, the cushions, the couch. Maximalist dream with those baroque and rococo like maximalism gold details. Like every corner is a treat for the eye, so inspiring. So I got inspired from that and did my own interpretation, because I didn't want to give you like a cream with florals on top, which is the usual, just, copy paste of her chambers, but more in the essence of Marie Antoinette's spirit. For people who don't know about Marie Antoinette, she was beheaded.
Yes, that is how her life ended. But yeah, Marie Antoinette, she was a princess of Austria, right? The Austro-Hungarian Empire, which was a huge empire that ruled the eastern part of Europe, and was very powerful. And she was basically given away in marriage to Louis XVI as a means of solidifying the bonds between the Hungarian kingdom and France, which was also a superpower in Europe at the time. So she married, I think, Louis XVI when she was like
He was only 14. Yeah.
14, yeah. So really, really young. And the movie Marie Antoinette that kind of talks about how her life, she went from this kind of like obscure princess to being the center of the French court, which was turned out to be
yeah,
a perilous position, both socially and then eventually, it cost the royal family their lives.
She lost her life at only 37, but there's so much controversy, so much jewelry, maximalism, fashion, excess of eating, gluttony, food, like everything like spoils. In contrast with French people who didn't have anything to eat and were dying of hunger. So it's such a contrasting story of rich and poor, and jewels, and like absolutely dying of hunger. Like the contrast is amazing. And so let's talk about Let Them Eat Cake, which is the collection name. So have you heard about Let Them Eat Cake before, Melissa?
Of course. Let Them Eat Cake. I think that's like the first thing I learned about Marie Antoinette was this famous Let Them Eat Cake, which I think the legend goes that someone went to her, maybe like a politician or like a reporter, was like, hey, Marie Antoinette, Queen of France, essentially, like, what do you have to say? The people in France are starving. There's no bread for them to eat. What should they do? And she was supposedly said, there's no bread. Well, let them eat cake.
But they say she never said that. So right. So therefore my meme, I never said that shit.
Yeah, and I think there's two things that come up for me for that. So one is that at that time, what was revolutionary, but like you had a rise of papers, like printing paper. Like this was a technological innovation that people could print cheap broadsheets, they were called, and they were just filled with like gossipy news, and there were tons of them all over England, but also all over France. And this was the mass media at the time, and you could spread all sorts of truths. You could expose the conditions of the nobility and how much exploitation was going on, but there were also plenty of people writing these stories and satirical cartoons. There's a lot of like drawings of really outlandish fashions of the time. People were making fun of it, and it's that tension between like people need to know these things, but also this is what sells newspapers.
No television, no internet, and gossip is as old as human beings. So
it really is. Yeah,
gossip is as old as communication itself. Once language developed, it's like AI, it just kept going and doing its own thing. So people needed to know what Marie Antoinette was up to. And
so that story was repeated over and over again in newspapers, and even if it wasn't true, it's like once it's in the newspapers, it feels true.
True, yeah, and that's so true even today. So that's what happened to Marie Antoinette. So that's why the collection's called Let Them Eat Cake, and it also says on the clothing. Let me show you some of the print details. I am wearing my stunning dress. Let me first of all show you the inspiration or mood board for my collection. So these are some photos from Palace of Versailles. It's Marie Antoinette's chambers. And if you guys have been to Palace of Versailles, there's stunning gardens and fountains, several of them. And it's actually their first-hand photos from the palace.
Are
of the
they your photos? Some of them?
yeah, most of them are
Oh,
mine.
oh
Yeah.
wow.
So
And
you
this is
can,
like the damask draperies
yeah, even
and
wallpaper was all woven. So even the wallpaper is not a computer printout. It was all woven. I could see the details, walking close by. The tassels, like the cushion trims were all handmade. What a stunning room. Like one can only imagine the skill and craft that took to create such a gorgeous place.
so what I could see also that you've highlighted is this gilt plaster work. It looks like it's molded plaster that's on it was applied to the wall, I believe, and then it was gold leaf was applied to it on top
Yeah,
of that. So you have
yeah,
this like almost like a carved texture, like a three-dimensional texture, and then it's all highlighted in gold, and it looks absolutely stunning. And then that's also echoed in the embroidery, it looks like you have
so
gold
there
thread.
is, yeah, there is some gold thread embroidery, but it's a lot of like gorgeous, like hand paintings, and this
Mm.
plaster work that's been gold leafed. And it's from the art period called Baroque and Rococo. There was like a parallel in them. And I think there was so much of that in all of, like, if you go to Palais Garnier, which is the Garnier Palace in Opera Garnier in Paris, or Louvre, or Palace de Versailles, you can see this maximalist taste and details, and it is so inspiring. Like I feel like it's okay to go minimalistic, but I feel like there is so much more joy in maximalism and all these details that bring you so much happiness and an interest. I like to learn, so give me more information. I want to absorb and observe everything. So I'm all for maximalism and all the details.
I feel like I can see the inspiration of the gilt plasterwork in this print because you have these like very, very elaborate lines kind of dividing up the fields of this gorgeous like pink and cerise and then like a paler pink color and then it's all this sort of gold tone. Oh, it's really beautiful.
This is actually the Palace of Versailles gate right here, the sun. That's the Palace of
Oh,
Versailles logo right there. These tiny feathers are from peacock feathers from Marie Antoinette's damask. And then all of these details. And this M is actually Marie Antoinette's M. Like that's her symbol. Oh,
oh, yeah.
let me come closer. So that's
Oh, I
her.
see that is like an M. So the sun symbol that of course that's Louis the 14th was the Sun King. Is that
Yeah, it's
correct?
yeah, it's like there. It's the logo for Palace of Versailles. So the gate, the main gate that opens to the grounds of Palace of Versailles. Melissa's doing her research.
I know I have to fact check.
This solid sun god, and then this M is in her room above her bed. That's her symbol, Marie Antoinette's symbol. So there are all these little cute, like talismans or whatever, like things in here that bring this opulence, this royalty, this kind of souvenir feel, and yet it's super fashionable, and you could wear it out and feel like you're wearing a piece of history without wearing a piece of history in a way.
Well, Versailles was a brilliant like political play on the part of Louis the 14th because he noticed that his nobles, the noble families of France, were very powerful, and they were centered in Paris, which was like the seat of the government and the administrative heart of France at the time. So, in order to dilute their power, he built his court outside of Paris at Versailles and kind of did this whole new construction project out there. And then he invited, but it was a sort of invitation you couldn't turn down if you wanted to stay in the king's favor. He invited the noble families to take up residence in Versailles. And as long as they were spending money to stay at Versailles and to keep up with all the fashion of the time, then they were too busy and he didn't have to worry about them conspiring against him. So it was a brilliant political move, which led to this incredible artifact of French craftsmanship.
Oh wow, so interesting. in the
Well,
palace.
fashion has always been political and it's always been powerful. It's like pretty interesting.
Yeah, I feel like science, math, politics, social society, and fashion is always intertwined, you know. And, it's all about accumulating great fashion, it's all about accumulating great art. That's how you count your wealth. Or you feel like, like aesthetics always lend themselves to feeling powerful, wealthy, like you've
Yeah.
achieved something in life.
What I remember learning in fashion history was that Louis the 14th, like the reason why France is such a fashion capital is because Louis the 14th would send full-size mannequins, so like dress forms or mannequins dressed in the latest court fashions to all the courts of Europe as being like a sample, like here are the things that you can find in the French court. And it set the tone. I mean, still now we think of Paris as being this amazing fashion capital, and it's because he was trying to support French industry, so the French silk weavers and other like manufacturing, like all that, the dressmakers, embroiderers. It was
I
really to grow the wealth of his country through fashion.
Yeah, I mean, Parisian couture is still, Parisian fashion is the best fashion in the world. Still, everybody looks up to Paris Fashion Week. So not much has changed even after 200 years. So this is
And it's
70,
because of the even more, yeah, it's like almost 300 years.
like 400 years. Like it's not even one human lifetime. It's at least 6 or 7 human lifetimes of going through this and what was established 400 years ago in terms of fashion, craftsmanship. We are all still looking up to that and getting inspiration from that, so that's pretty insanely cool.
So how does it feel for you to wear history in that way? Like, are you thinking about that when you put on this dress, or what is it like when you get dressed up?
Like I get so excited. I wear all sorts of clothes under the sun. Like I worked out in the morning and I was wearing my gym clothes, and I used to do really boring gym t-shirt and like cheap ass leggings, and I wouldn't feel motivation to work out or wear those clothes. But now I feel these really gorgeous scallop designed awesome fitted gym clothes, and I feel so inspired. So everything I put on makes me feel differently about myself and the way my confidence levels. So when I put on this dress, I had I felt suddenly I was glowing. And I don't know what is it about these different shades of pink and blush and red that kind of adds to, I think it bounces off your skin color and gives you that glow. So I just told you I didn't do anything special, just my usual. And I just put on this dress, just put on some earrings and lipstick, and I just feel like I'm ready to go out for a dinner or to party, to some nice music, or even go see my friends. Like I'm wearing heels right now. Let me step back and show you like how cute the dress looks. And if
So
I
this
did,
is a shirt dress.
it is a shirt dress. So
Yeah.
okay guys, let me start with the first one. Let's give you the new collection look.
Ooh.
Eat cake.
Okay, I
That's
recognize this dress because you were wearing this the last time we met, and this is a beautiful slip dress with an embroidered. It's like a pale pink slip dress with an embroidered rose.
embroidered rose, peacock feather, and
Right.
there's a stunning embroidered orchid. It's all embroidery. It's really cute. It's a cocktail dress. And as Melissa says, a cocktail dress should be a dress on which you can spill cocktail. So this is ready for you to spill a cocktail on. So that's the new collection.
I'm
But yeah,
outing myself as a mess, but I am a mess.
I mean, we all are a mess, to be honest, and uh, but you show your messy side sometimes, and then you show your polished side most of the times. So that's why we dress up. Let me show you the dress, talk about the features, and then maybe we can discuss why you should grab this till you can. So guys, it's a stunning shirt dress. All the print is engineered. I make my own fabric. So
So what
all
is an engineered print? Can you explain that?
engineered print is where the placement of the print has been thought out. And when the fabric was being printed, it was actually printed to make sure the placement of everything is set. And then you print it in a shape of a dress, and then it's cut, the pattern is cut accordingly. So every dress size has the same print placement. Like something like a stripe, you can just, print the entire fabric with a stripe and then cut your pattern out. But for a dress, for like a placement print, you have to make sure it's placed right, which is a lot of pre-planning, a lot of measurements, a lot of thought process when you are designing the print. And then once you're printing it, there is a lot of effort that goes into it. Therefore, it's more expensive, more luxurious, more customized, more one of a kind, if
So
that
I
makes sense.
can see on this one, here's what's standing out to me now for that, now that you mentioned the print placement. So you have the print on the collar, it's symmetrical, and then you have the placket that goes all the way down, and then that matches the tie that goes around it. But I think there's more details to it because it's like the way you have maybe like the darker part at the waist,
Yeah.
you get that like illusion of a narrower waist, which we're always looking for. And then what is the detail like on your left side?
So on my left side, you have the stunning heart, very,
That is so cool. And that's like an anatomical heart.
so yeah, and then these are all the details. Like Marie Antoinette loved herself bows, so there are all these bows. She loved sunflowers, roses, and then of course, the sun right here. So there's a lot of that. Then, of course, there were these hand fans. Uh, like there's a lot of hand fan if you see Marie Antoinette, the Sofia Coppola movie. So that's the hand fan. Then there is a cupid right here. Then again, a gorgeous heart, roses, like all the stunning pieces which bring you, all this history and fun. And then I think it also says, oh, that's my kaftan. I have to show you the kaftan. The kaftan says, let them eat cake. So,
Oh, wow.
cake right here. And then let them eat cake, if you can see
It's
that.
subtle, actually. I don't, I wouldn't say the print is subtle, but like having that little, you have like the catchphrase in there, and it's actually, it just kind of blends in with the rest, but then it's like a cute surprise when you get up close. And you're like, oh,
I thought it
kind of
was very cheeky, right? So that's what I'm going for. So my clothing is designed for super confident women who love to have a conversation, who are out there, who understand themselves, who are unafraid to live their life boldly. And that's the print. But at the same time, it's not, garish or
Yeah.
cheapish. So therefore, there are all these fun elements, but done in a super fun, classy way.
Can you tell me about the fabric?
Oh, it's a stunning fabric. So it's satin linen. So it's got this like really nice texture and hand to it. So if you see, it's super like soft and drapey, and yet it's got some body to it. Like, see, look at the bounce of the fabric.
Yeah.
So it's such a fun fabric. Again, it feels super dressy, super luxurious. I could do this dress to a wedding, to rehearsal dinner, to a bridal shower. Like, it's a super, super dressy fabric. So satin gives it that sheen, and linen
Mhm.
gives it that body, that hand, that little texture. And it's in viscose fabric. The dress is just the right weight. It's not heavy. It's just, and it's the fabric is like really good thickness, so you don't need lining. Nothing's gonna show. It's got this really fun shape to it.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. So this is the shirt dress, guys. Let me share a link of the collection so you guys can go click
Yeah.
on the link and grab yourself, or even just explore the collection, just see what you like. That's the
I was
shirt.
looking for it on your site today. I wanted to see the new collection.
And then let me yeah, we have it in the banner too, right
Oh,
here.
perfect.
But this is not the only piece. Let me show you this gorgeous dress, and it is a stripe. So
Okay, so this is a halter neck dress. Is
halter.
it a similar fabric?
It's a similar fabric, and this is the dress right here. Melissa, I want you to see these handmade, stunning beaded tassels.
That is
Oh,
so pretty.
Look at
Oh
them,
my
how
gosh.
cute they are. Like these tiny glass beads, and they're all handmade. uh, they're super super cute. It's a dress. So these dresses are something that you would want to wear and then pass on to your kids, because they're kind of heirloom pieces. They're so special to have. It's a very cute halter dress with this print in these colors, and because these lines are diagonal, they do give you a very flattering illusion of being slimming to the body. So that
So
was the
my fashion designer eye is noticing something, especially on the back, and it's that the diagonal print is actually very carefully lined up. So it goes, even though there's a seam, it goes across, like the line follows across
oh
the
yeah, we
garment.
comes to stripes, we really really take pains. We waste a lot of fabric and time, or utilize a lot of time, and kind of think about how we are going to place our print so it just falls right. Otherwise it wouldn't look pleasing to the eye.
I
So
agree. It's like you might not notice when you see it, but there's a world of difference when you have that, you maintain that diagonal stripe line across the fabric than if you don't.
and that's the difference between a $20 dress and a $300 dress. So guys, it's, you're not just paying $300 for the brand. In fact, a 20 or a $30 probably costs $1 to make, or $2 to make, because the fabric is cheap, the craftsmanship is cheap, there is little thought put into the dress. Whereas when you buy a well-made dress, first of all, you wear it with more pride because it's an investment. And the fabric is great, the print is more thought out, there is more love and care that's been put into creating that piece, right, Melissa?
Oh, yeah, and a dress like that that is, has that much attention to detail based to like flatter the wearer, it's actually going to be easier to wear than like an inexpensive dress, right? Because you're going to put it on and it's not, it'll hug the right places, but then skim over the right places too. And like you said, the fabric has body to it. It's got that weight to it. So it's not going to just have like a flimsy aspect when you're wearing it.
Yeah, and the more you wear it, you get compliments, you feel good about it, as opposed to a cheaper dress, which does not give you as many wears, because you wash it once and it's the hem is opening,
Yeah. Yeah.
just tearing apart. So it seems so that happens. But let me show you this gorgeous lace detail right at the neck. And it's
And that's
such
something else too, where you have like, it could just be a plain edge, but you took the time to put, oh, and it's at the hem as well. Oh.
it's a very very cute lace detail that gives you that extra fun element. And we have taken the pains of adding elastication in the back, so it is not gaping, so it
Right.
just hugs you right, fits you right at the chest and the back. So these are very little details that I have learned. I went to India and I spent so much time at the factory with the with the tailors, with the master cutting the fabric, everything, to discuss these details, to try it on. So it's it's not one dress you make it and you're done, but it's a couple of pieces that you painstakingly create. It's a labor of love,
Yes.
if I may say so. Yeah.
Well, I love the effect. It's beautiful. How long is that dress?
It's a midi dress, so it
Okay.
hits mid calf, and I'm average height. I'm 5'5". So it's the length is created in a way where if you were 5'2", it would still hit you just right, and if you were 5'7", 5'8", it would still hit you right. So that's how the length has been created or engineered over the years. I've talked to people, so of course it's not petite size, but it is kind of takes into consideration people from 5 to 2.5 uh, tall in height to anywhere 5'10". My models are usually 5'9", 5'10", and it is so flattering, the pieces and the length on them. It just cuts them below the knee for a midi length if you're a tall girl. And even the short ones, I read somewhere the short length that I have is about 34 inches from HSP to the hem. So 34 inches, just long enough to cover the subject, short enough to create interest. So that's where
Yes.
34 inches sits. for someone who's 5'5" and someone who's 5'7" also. So yeah, that's how we figured out a good length for a mini dress.
Because you've been a fashion designer for years, right? And I'm sure you get a lot of feedback from your customers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like like I people love these dresses and they're like, "Oh, I'm 5, what should I do? How should I hem the dress?" Or I'm 5'2". So I mean the dress should work for you. It should make you feel absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And I wish more women understood the power of alterations, of getting your hem done and just doing it right. So I give them all these ideas. Like we have this dress which has a really nice ruffle at the bottom, and I'm like, proportionately you should be hemming it at where the ruffle meets the dress, so when you hem it there, it's just going to fall right. Or you can hem it at the ruffle has strategically long length, so
I
even
was
if
going
you
to ask you about that if you took alterations into account when you're designing and producing your pieces. Okay.
for sure, like even this dress for a tall girl, if I can show you, like has this about 2 inches hem that you can open and rehem it if you are super tall. So
Mm.
that has been taken into account for this dress. And also for, let me show you the kaftan dress. So it's such a flattering shape, guys, I kid you not. I tried it a
So
couple of times.
this is long. This is
Yeah,
like a long dress. It's so
kaftan, you
beautiful.
can rehem it beautifully, and then again the hem has that extra bit for you to do the sizing. You could fold it in and it would still look cute if you're a shorter girl, and you could have it longer if you are a taller girl. We have slits on both sides, so I didn't want the shape to mess up, so I gave it a nice fitted long shape without it looking like a night suit.
Yeah.
And but then I want you to be able to walk climb stairs and stuff, so we gave you nice slits on the side of the hem, so that makes the dress super functional and stunning. I think there is this certain romanticism about wearing a long dress and able to hold it and bunch it up while you're climbing stairs or something. It's so feminine. So
Why is that? I completely agree with that. When I'm wearing like a long skirt and I have to walk up my stairs and I have to like lift my, I feel so dainty. I love
right.
it.
And I think as a designer, all these things, if you can think about when how is a person wearing something
Yeah.
you have designed and how that makes them feel. So I feel like when you do like a nice drapey maxi dress and when you're holding it a certain way, it makes you feel more girlish. It makes you feel so much more daintier and beautiful and pretty. Like these
Yeah.
little things matter. So just that thought process during creation, it's all about women wearing the dress and not the dress wearing the woman, and how you interact with it and how it makes you feel so beautiful and so confident about you. That's the thought process while designing.
Thank you so much, Sonia. That was beautiful. I think you summed it up perfectly.
I'm gonna just take away the banner so I can show you. Yeah. So let me show you. This is dress number 3. It's the kaftan. It's got these stunning sleeves, and if you can see, the sleeves are mirrored to each other.
Oh, right.
Such a stunning visual effect. Again, it's a fully engineered print which says "Let them eat cake." We have these stunning broad collar. It just looks so stylish on. There's a V-neck placket right here, which you can hook or unhook as you like to wear it. We have this stunning sun in the back, and it's a box pleat. So these
You know what
deep.
that reminds me of? That reminds me of the characteristic like sack back gowns of Marie Antoinette and the French court at that time, was that they had these beautiful drapes of fabric and they were all box pleated in the back, like from the collar on down. Was that a direct inspiration or were you just channeling it?
Oh yeah, like everything I saw, and I saw the movie a few times, and I did my research. I was like, let me put all of this in some way. I think tucks, pleats, knife pleats, box pleats create such beautiful rounded volume. I've always used them, even when I was in design school. I was taught, instead of cutting a shape, which is in its own sense an element of design, if you have tucks or pleats, that creates a more rounder volume, a more fuller volume. So that's what we've done on the sleeve. Let me raise the collar and show you. So these are all
Oh,
broad tucks. It's creating this beautiful shoulder and sleeve, and yet it's just not cut. It's designed to give you that certain volume, certain fun, certain detail right here. And we have that detail right here too in this dress, if you see that.
so what you've done is, I love sleeve volume like that. I'm always looking. I love it, but sometimes when it's too gathered, I feel like a little girly. But the way you've done it with tucks is so smart, because that's like the elegant way to add volume. It's like, I mean, I love a big poofy sleeve, don't get me wrong, but it's like sometimes, it's like little girls' dresses have that vibe too, and I
Yeah.
want to look like a woman.
Oh yeah, you can just iron it down and it's super fashionable and chic. And it's, of course, your design also has been elevated. So it's not only a gathered volume, but you have a pleated volume, a tucked volume. And, that speaks to the design and how you can elevate your closet, or, just not have like basic clothes, like
Yeah,
regular, just being basic. Don't do that. Take it to another level.
that's so cool. Do you have anything else to show us from this
Yeah,
collection?
so that's my lovely kaftan. I will be wearing it and showing it off on my videos because I love it so much. I want to just put it on and go on a vacation. I have this another dress which my fabulous lady is wearing. It's one of my best selling shapes. It's a super fun front twist wrap dress. I love it, super feminine. You might have seen me wear it. It's got this overlap wrap neckline, stunning sleeves. It's the same diagonal print, but this was printed like vertically, and it's pink and purple, so the color story is completely different. And this
Oh,
is like
so if it was printed vertically, does that mean the front and the sleeves are on the bias?
bias, yes, because
Oh,
it's been cut in a certain way for the it's a play on the stripe. So
right.
how your stripes meet, it creates a design element. But it's such a stunning dress to wear. Like, I would do this dress with heels and go out for dinner. It feels so feminine, it feels so girly, it feels so chic. I feel like a wrap twist dress is a must have in your closet. Like, if you're a girly girl, must have dress. And I call myself a girly girl, but I do like really like random like leather jacket like super crazy hard stuff. Like, you could find me cutting a tree with a chainsaw. So all dainty and feminine all the time, but we need to have some pretty feminine cute dresses in our closet. So let
And
me
then this is like a pink and purple and blue colorway.
It's pink, it's purple, it's electric royal blue. Let me show you how it looks on. So this is
Oh,
model doing this dress. That's how it fits. It's super stunning. I'm still adding more pieces to the collection, so go take a look at the collection. I've put a link below. Let them eat cake and pick a favorite, and tell me which one is your favorite out of these four. What do you
I
think,
don't think
Melissa?
I could pick just one, but I love that kaftan. You know why? Because it's like so much fabric. The fabric is so beautiful.
I put it on, and the fabric weight and body and just the feel of the fabric was so like so crazy. I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm like just a goddess when I put it on. And there are not many dresses that do that for you, if I may say so. And it's not only the features of the garment. I mean, of course, all different dresses you buy have different things going on with them, but at the end of the day, when you put on a designer dress, how does the dress make you feel? Is the
Right. Like,
most.
I want to feel confident to go out there and not worry if I'm dressed appropriately, but feel like I belong. I belong in this setting.
Also, it's like, it's not I'm not someone who really cares about what others think about me, but how I feel. And I'm at a stage in my life where I don't want to do cheap clothes, because for me cheap clothes is equal to cheap me. For me, I feel
Mm.
like I've achieved something, I've arrived, I deserve to treat myself with beautiful, aesthetically pleasing clothes. So, like, for example, Melissa, why do you have that gorgeous flower? Let's show our viewers the flower you have on your dress, and let's talk about why did you put it on there.
Well, I mean, I actually made this flower recently, so I was excited to wear it today. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's actually made out of neckties. So I went to a workshop that our friend Darcy hosted, and she taught us how to make these. But I think adding this flower, especially putting it near my face, like, it's a relatively plain top, but it kind of draws the eye, right?
Right. And I want to ask you, what that flower means, or why are you wearing it? If it wasn't there, I probably wouldn't even care or ask you any questions. But I feel like in this whole world of social media where we are losing human contact, I feel like things like these are so fun and important, because now I see that flower and I want to have a conversation with you.
And you're right. You're absolutely right. It is a conversation piece, and that could lead, to a connection, to making a new friend out there, or getting deeper with the friendships you already have.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel it is so important to wear something that speaks to you and that speaks to others. So, feeling like, I deserve to look good. I deserve to wear well cut, quality made, thought out things, like investment in a design, like in fine jewelry, or investment in a nice watch. So that's what the clothing is aiming at doing, investment in looking good and feeling confident.
Because that's priceless.
I mean, it's your life. You're not going to be this age all the time. So dress
True.
up to. And then where could we wear, Melissa, where do you see yourself wearing these clothes?
Oh, I mean, the kaftan, honestly, I would love to wear that around the house and like as loungewear. I know it could go out and like I would be perfectly dressed to, just go out there and like grab a cup of coffee or something. But I love dressing up in beautiful clothes that are comfortable at home because I feel like I'm honoring myself in that
Oh,
way.
yes, for sure. Yeah, I don't do bad clothes at all now, because I feel like, I need to feel good. And when this is happy and confident, everything else is happy and confident. So for sure, I mean, I feel like I could go to a wedding right now,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
yeah, or to even to a party. So these dresses are your party dresses, your special occasion dresses. If you're going for a graduation, if you're going for a baby shower, you know so any of these occasions are great occasions. What else can we add to it, Melissa? What other occasion can
Oh,
we add?
date night, Valentine's is coming up.
Valentine's Day, got guys. There are a bunch of hearts here, and of course the colors are completely appropriate. So if you are in market for a Valentine's Day dress, you need to send your orders today so we can ship it to you in time for your date night. So a wonderful date night dresses. The colors and the print is completely date night appropriate.
Yes. Thank you, Sandhya.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And we will see you in 2 weeks with more fun details and fun fashion.
I
And
feel like
let
there's more to talk about this collection, so I do hope we get to talk about it next time. And then I think we
yeah,
also wanted to talk about some, like probably getting some outfits for travel if you're going to a destination wedding.
or even
What time?
spring break, guys, if you're going to a destination wedding, a cruise. So we'll have that coming up next. So what do you guys want to hear about? Are you traveling? Are you going for a cruise or a long trip? Tell us in comments so we could talk to you about it and give you some style advice.
I've seen a lot of questions about people traveling, like planning their travel to Europe for the summer and kind of wondering like what to wear when they go out there. So I'm sure we can help them because you've traveled extensively in Europe as well.
Yeah, I would not say I have done a lot of European countries, but I have seen a few. And I think you probably have seen a lot more than I
Yeah.
have. Yeah. So we could definitely do that. And we are expert packers at this point. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining us and looking at our beautiful creations. Melissa here does stunning helmet hats that we have spoken about in our last live. Melissa, can you add your link to your our live from the last time and your website so people can go see your stunning creations, your
Ooh.
functional, aesthetically pleasing helmet hats? So Melissa's going to do that now. And yeah, guys, you know, just go see these beautiful things and let us know which one's your favorite. Which dress was your favorite? One, two, three, or four?
Oh, don't make us choose. Okay.
Thank
All right. Thank you, Sandhya.
you, Melissa. Thank you for joining us. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.